As you can see, I got my stove finally fixed. This burner back here is done for, but that's for another story. But I got the rest of this cleaned up. Anyway, what I want to show you, if I move it over here. Oh, you see the blue, dim, bluish glow? That's incredible. You can't see it in person, you can see it through the camera. Well, anyway, this is a briki. The Greek, I cannot pronounce the Turkish name for this thing, but anyway, what you do is you get it on medium heat, and you get it to where the foam's up. You stir the foam down, let it come to a boil. You lift up, and then you set it back down. 1, that's 2. 3. 4. That's Greek style coffee. Well, this is something that one of the so-called the famous blue zones. This is the way the Greeks, Ikarian drink their coffee, right? That's the way they drink all their coffee. Well, check it out. This is bronze. This is brass. This zinc and copper will react to the phosphoric acid in the damn coffee and create phosphate salts that will immediately settle to the bottom as you cool it and let it sit for a certain. And it doesn't. It's not too. And it doesn't take too long for the settling to happen because those are very, very, very water-insoluble salts. That is just a fact of the matter. Now, I'm going to top this off with some drip brew that's gone cold and get it to cool down a little. I'll cool it a little. I'll just stir it in. And the zinc. And now, if you add it. Now this is a briki that is not lined with tin on the inside. That's enough. Sorry folks. Anyway, what I like to do is I like to take a little bit of filtered water just to cut, because this is stout. This can make me 2 or 3 cups, depending on my desired strength. But the other thing is I put Maya nut to it. A little bit of Maya nut. This company sells it. It says tryptophan. It has different kind of all sorts of different minerals to it. It gives a little protein to it to a small extent. And it does give a little bit of calcium. It does give soluble fiber to the brew. Again, there's no such thing as a nutritive carbohydrate, physiologically speaking. You know. There isn't. It's like, well, that's our preferred energy, so, you know, because we run through it faster. Well, I can say the same, then I can say, with that logic, I can say alcohol is our preferred energy. So, about 4/10 to 45% of the way up in a coffee mug, and then what I'll do, since I don't like my grounds in my shit, I'll use a K-cup filter to pour, and then I'll just do that. Now I usually grind this, because grinding this is the key, because you want to make the grounds powdery to maximize extraction, because that's what the Greeks do. They just grind their shit up all the way. This is a way to enjoy coffee that crosses the traditions of the Greeks, the Turks, and, you know, especially the Ikarian Greeks, the Turks, and the and positive elements of their cultures, and those of the Nicoya Peninsula Costa Ricans. This is a way to enjoy Greek meets Nicoya Peninsula coffee. Any Blue Zone learner will enjoy it. That's good and rich. Okay, this will serve another mug. This is how you enjoy it. And you can time it on you can make a timer and see how long it takes to get to that where the foam rises up, and stir it down. You lift it up, stir it down until it's gone, mostly gone, and then you see it, set it on there, and it bubbles the first time. You lift it up just like I showed you here in the video, and you'll see how long it takes on average. Things can vary, how cool the water is versus how warm it is. If you filtered it, it's room temp, or if you heat, if it's warm, putting it in, these all factor the timing. So anyway. And I put about half a teaspoon of this to the coffee. And you can use, I just use a tablespoon of coffee, 2 tablespoons of coffee, 1 level, 1 heat. The heat one you can replace with decaf coffee if you want to cut the caffeine but still want to enjoy the flavor. And you'll get all that. Still just as good. And if you wanted to, you can use a medium roast and a dark roast separately. Ideally, you want to use Swiss water decaffeination coffee. You know, decaffeinate the Swiss water process. It's the ideal one. Anyways, thanks for watching. I'll see you around. Last note about drinking this particular coffee. If you say you had access to some goats, whether it's a breed of your choice, I prefer the Nigerian dwarf milking goats myself. And you got the raw milk from them, and you got some heavy cream from, say, Horizon or something. And blend with it and make your own half and half. That would kind of mirror the dietetic aspects of the Ikarians and Sardinian Italians when they drink coffee too, because they get their dairy mostly from the certain cows, but they mostly get it from their sheep and their goats. And this would be it would be a great addition to your coffee too, like I just added here. But it's so rich and dark, it's not going to lighten up that much, unless I put too much to it and drown it out. But this is something. This is something that people ought to look into and try out if they want to. If they want to try something different. Thank you for watching. I wish you many blessings.